What's going on, Postcard Marketing Pros? The last video of 2020. Let's celebrate the end of this horrific year with some margs. Margs. They're what you should be always drinking. All right, so today is really exciting because I'm going to show you something that I just finished right now. Hasn't gone out, hasn't seen the light of day. You're going to get the very first look. This is probably the best piece of mail that we've ever created. I'm using all of my tricks and I'm going to just give it to you. I'm just going to give it to you. I'm not going to hide pieces of it or hold back some of my secret sauce. I'm going to give it all to you. This is the best piece of mail we've ever designed, and it's for solar. So let's dive in. I'm going to break this thing down. All right. So this is a letter. We're just doing back and front. So ignore some of the things, right? This is like super rough draft. So just kind of bear with me a little bit. Basically, it starts off with saying, we've done a bunch of research about your home. We think that you might be right for solar. So this local angle is super important. And then this is the offer. So it's like, we have some data. So that's the hook, right? To get you to go. That's that first 15 seconds of the YouTube video. That's why we drink margaritas when we start here. That'll get you going. And then the second piece is like, why us? Why now? Why, what's in it for me? So I've got two hooks now. So now it's like, hey, read on. So why solar now? So we have kind of a benefits and a cost section here. So solar systems have dropped by 57 to 67% since 2010. You have a 26% tax credit that's available to you, and we'll give you a $500 check after you go solar. So no, this is not a rebate. You get a check, right? It's like, hey, thanks, cash this. Here's $500. I may even say cash here, like get cash. We'll give you cash. And then cost of waiting longer, right? Electricity prices are increasing like crazy amounts. Your tax credit will expire. And Congress just extended it, but it's only for a couple of years. And the average power outage in state lasted this. So I found some research here from the American Energy Commission. I forget the name of it. But basically, I was able to see all of the electric providers across the country and get an average number of hours of an outage, and by state. And so now I can say, okay, in California, the average power outage lasted for 24 hours, right? So I can actually provide some data here. Now, this is the cool part that I've never seen before, and we're using some of our cool data to personalize here. So we did research on home, and we think you're great for solar. Here's why. So this is cool. So I've got data on the price of the home, the current assessed value. And a 2019 Zillow study said that your home increases by 4.1% if you go solar, and of course if you get a good agent. So I can actually just calculate 4.1% of the current value and assess what their additional property value is for getting solar. So that's a pretty big number, usually the folks who are targeting, right? So that alone is a good reason. Then I take this other property data. Again, we're targeting by some of this data. So number of beds, baths, the square foot of the home, year built. I also have pool, so I may add that depending on where this campaign's going. But these are just like stats about the home. So, and then I describe them on the right hand. So homes with 5 beds, 4 baths, over 2,000 square feet, and built before 1950 tend to spend the most amount of electricity, right? Another proof point here. This is a wild calculation that I did. This is electricity per month. So this is based on the square feet available for solar panels on their roof. And I can actually reverse into the highest electric bill that they could be paying, or that they could basically zero out with their particular roof. So it's a little bit of a mathematical jingle there. And then I can also calculate, based on a specific electric bill, call it $150, how many trees per year that they will plant if they go solar. So it's kind of just a neat stat there, especially for people that are really interested in sort of going green and care a lot about the environment. All right, we haven't even got to some of the extra cool stuff. That's pretty cool, but we got some cooler stuff going, so stick around. This is probably my favorite section. So your neighbors trust us. So what we're able to do is to take all of the reviews here and geocode them. So associate a review with data in your Salesforce, for example, and And then we can take all those reviews and take the prospect and find the closest review to the prospect. Now, of course, we ask the reviewer if we can provide this information, because in this case, we're revealing their street name. So there's no PII here really, because usually the city, state, zip, and name are on these public reviews. But there's an additional street piece that we're going to go and ask these customers for their approval to say, hey, can we talk to your neighbors about your install and include your street name? Now, you could remove street, but it makes it feel really personal, especially because we're geocoding. So they may recognize, like, I recognize Pine Street. So they may sort of, oh, yeah, I know where Pine Street is. Wow, this is a really close neighbor. It adds that extra level of personalization. Obviously, dude, get solar, dude, is not a real quote here. I just wrote this letter myself, so these are placeholders. But all these pieces would be variables. This is another tactic that we use that's like so crazy. So call our customers directly. So what we're doing is we're identifying people that are part of the solar referral program that are really happy existing customers. So not only referrals, but also existing customers. And we're putting a forwarding phone number in front of their number. So now, instead of calling a sales rep, you can actually call your neighbor and say, hey, Jessica, what was it like to go solar with these guys? Like, what was the experience like? So this is crazy. The good thing is you don't need as many of these to do this. It's okay if you do it, just like 2 or 3 per neighborhood or per city. So you just need some people that are like, yeah, I would love to talk about this. They're either like really green conscious people or folks that have good experience. And of course, because we can track this, I can pay them out. So it could be people that are just naturally good at sales or talking about their experience. I mean, I would do this because, as you guys know, I just love talking, right? This is why I got my own YouTube channel. All right, now the last piece. So this is really crazy here, and this is some Scout technology. Scan with your camera. So this is a QR code, and it's unique to every letter. So if you scan, I know which address scanned, so we could follow up with like a physical written letter. It's just kind of wild. Call now, just a tracking phone number, so I know who called. Schedule now. It's really important to provide a scheduling. I don't know why people don't do this. They're like Calendly or X.AI. There's a lot of services where you can just get your own scheduling link so people can schedule you directly. It saves a step and it converts better. And then this is wild. My camera holder here just went limp. Let's see if I can fix it. I don't know what happened. My camera holder just gave up. Come on, DJI. All right, I'm gonna continue. Oh, this is so weird. All right, so mail us your electric bill. This is really really clever. So basically, it's a tear off sheet that you can just tear off and fill in your information. So first name, last name, phone, email. So this will not look this gross, but then you can sort of check some boxes here and fill this up and just drop it in this business reply envelope and with your electric bill and just drop it back in the mail. So some people, because they're there in this physical medium, it's easy for them to fill out a physical thing and then just drop it in the mail. So yeah, just something that we're giving a shot. And then of course there's going to be a check here in this piece. So they, it's just this visceral thing to get them to read, to say, whoa, my gosh, $500, what is this about? All right, so this is like the coolest piece that we've ever created. Oh, I didn't mention there's an expiration date here, so I didn't. This won't look like Christmas colors in the final version. My designer will make it look less crappy, but it's really, really important to put an expiration date on your offers so that to get people to act. It's hard to get people to take action on a physical thing, so this is really, really important. We're also going to find all these people. We're going to find them digitally, so they're going to see this same messaging in multiple different channels before they get this letter. So the idea is that they've kind of seen this, they've been warmed up to it, and the letter is touch 5, 6, 7, 8, and they're like, wow, like I should call these guys, or at the very not call a customer. And because these are tracking phone numbers, if you call these customers, I actually can feed those to the sales rep to be like, hey, I heard you just got off the phone with Jessica. Like, what did she say about her experience going solar with us? All right, that's the coolest piece we've ever designed. I just finished it right now, December 31st, the last hotness of 2020. You should congratulate yourself because now you have all my secrets. You know all the things that I know about ways to personalize and make a solar letter like this convert. So congratulations on getting this free 6 months of work here by watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in 2021, and let's all hope that that year goes much better than the last one. Avita Zane. Goodbye.
Congratulations on learning a little bit more about postcard marketing. You did it. You've got two options now. First, you can chat with me live by going to sendwithscout.com and just clicking in the bottom right-hand corner. It's me, I'm there. Or you can subscribe for more of my content where we tear down great postcards. I talk to you about all of my latest strategies, and you too can become a postcard marketing expert.